Urbanization has exposed us to the stresses and strains of modern life, which weakens the individuals and attracts them towards the usage of drug. Drug dependence is a dynamic but gradual process. Indulgence in drugs requires awareness programs for juveniles to help them realize their self-efficacy. Vishwa Yuvak Kendra, in association with SPYM, organized this webinar on prevention of drug abuse to sensitize the youth about the ill effects of drug consumption.
Prevention of drug abuse. Drug use does not only affect its user, but also disrupt the whole family and also the society as a whole. Regular consumption of drug leads to the dependence on the drug. Drug use can lead to many disorders such as hepatitis B, C, HIV/AIDS, restlessness, cardiovascular disease, etc. The use of drugs also increases the case of suicides, violence, and accidents. It is also linked with the increased rates of crime such as theft, robbery, rapes, etc.
What is drug? Drug क्या है? Any medicine which is being provided by a medical professional for the treatment of individual, that is called medicine or drug. Unfortunately, what is happening? Some drugs are habit forming, or very quickly they develop dependency. So some drugs are not allowed over the counter, some drugs are allowed over the counter. Different countries at different point of time, including United Nations, the bodies, they have defined drugs into two different categories. One is called legal and other is called illegal drugs. Now what is legal drug? Legal drug क्या है? Legal drug वो drug है जिसको कि हम आराम से बाजार में खरीद सकते हैं. We can buy any drug from the market without any problem. One can store it, one can use it, one can sell it. Of course, there are some restrictions, like there has to be a doctor's prescription. A seller needs a license to sell those drugs, and the person who is taking drug needs permission from the doctor to use that drug. So any drug which is not allowed by the government, that is called illegal drugs. ड्रग इफेक्ट्स के आधार पे बहुत तरीके से हम इसको बांट सकते हैं. देयर आर सम ड्रग्स which कुछ ऐसे ड्रग्स हैं जो स्टिमुलेट करता है हमारे एक्टिविटीज को. अगेन टी, कॉफी, सिगरेट, टोबैको, दीज आर ऑल फ्रॉम द स्टिमुलेंट कैटेगरी. ऑल ओपिएट ड्रग्स. जब मैं ओपिएट बोलता हूँ, अफीम एक ऐसा फ्लावर है जिसके बल्ब से ड्रग लिया जाता है, और उसको जब आप प्यूरिफाई करते हैं या फर्दर improve करते हैं, तो उससे हीरोइन बनता है. And God has given a beautiful this gift to us, because this is the best possible painkiller on earth. दुनिया में इससे अच्छा दर्द को मारने के लिए कोई दवा नहीं है. जितने भी बड़े बड़े ऑपरेशंस होते हैं या जो भी डिफिकल्ट ऑपरेशंस होते हैं, उसके पहले जो ड्रग दिया जाता है, you might have heard about pethidine, fentanyl. There are various drugs. मैं बहुत सारे drugs का नाम नहीं लेना चाहता हूँ. That is all produced from opium. Now let me come on what is natural drug and what is synthetic drug. Natural drug का मतलब है any drug which you get directly from the nature. Now what is this narcotics? Narcotics is any drug which we procure directly from the nature, that is called narcotic drug. Opium निकलता है poppy plant से, which is again cultivated in India legally, illegally both. India के left side में जो countries हैं, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, that is called Golden Crescent. They produce the largest quantity of opium on earth. दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा जो अफीम पैदा होता है वो इन्हीं इलाकों में पैदा होता है. And our eastern side of India, मणिपुर, मिजोरम, नागालैंड का जो border है, वहाँ म्यांमार, लॉस एंड थाईलैंड, ये जो तीन कंट्रीज है, दैट इज कॉल्ड गोल्डन ट्रायंगल. यहाँ पे भी ओपियम बहुत ज्यादा पैदा होता है. सो दीज आर द टू एरियाज व्हिच प्रोड्यूसेस around 95% of opium on earth, illegal drugs, and India is sandwiched between these two countries, these two areas. इन दो एरिया के बीच में हम लोग एक सैंडविच के समान है. And that is the reason, if you see, Punjab, part of Rajasthan, part of Jammu and Kashmir, they are all bordering Pakistan. So we get heroin or heroin products from Pakistan. And similarly, मणिपुर, नागालैंड, मिजोरम, इन तीनों स्टेटों में भी बहुत ज्यादा ड्रग यूज है एंड दे गेट ड्रग फ्रॉम दीज 3 कंट्रीज. बहुत सारा ऐसा ड्रग है जो लैब में पैदा होता है, लैब में बनाया जाता है और कारखानों में उसका बड़े स्केल पे उत्पादन होता है. दोज आर कॉल्ड सिंथेटिक ड्रग्स. दैट्स व्हाई जो अभी जो ड्रग का नाम है, जो एक्ट का नाम है, दैट इज कॉल्ड NDPS Act, Narcotics, Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act, NDPS Act. So please do not ignore if a child is using volatile solvent. And when I say volatile solvent, it could be a varnish, it could be Fevicol, it could be glue, it could be whitener, it could be paint. So please help that child to come out from this particular substance. There are 3 types of treatment. One could be on OPD basis. In OPD basis, a counselor can provide counseling services, various other therapies, supported by some medicine. In indoor, both will be there. There will be a withdrawal management and there will be counseling and various other therapies. And the third is OST.
Why are we actually doing this program? The first is to keep the children and adolescents away from drugs. And how do we do this? हम लोग उनको life skills program के through कराते हैं. Then you would have known that on the 26th of June, which is the International Day Against Drug Use and Illicit Trafficking, this year, Government of India has launched the Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign, 272 vulnerable districts. What are the risky situations around them in their lives? How to handle these kind of situations? We start off by building a rapport with them. We first don't go with any agenda, but we just start playing with the children and adolescents. That's the easiest way to enter any community. And we do this for about 2 to 3 weeks. We have about, we have our own program media. हमारे पास अपने कुछ तरीके हैं. We have games, we have sports for development, we do art and craft classes. So these are very easy, and we then form a rapport with the children, because to address this, we cannot really address the issue of drug use, in a very upfront way. हम एकदम directly बच्चों के साथ नहीं बात करते, but we try कि हम उनके साथ एक rapport बनाएं, and then उसके साथ धीरे-धीरे बाद में हम इनके साथ बात शुरू करते हैं. Then we do some kind of a mapping exercise within the community to know कहाँ पे drugs मिल रहे हैं बच्चों को. We also locate, हम hotspots को देखते हैं, दूसरे लोगों से बात करते हैं वहाँ पे, जैसे पान वाला हो गया, shopkeepers, all these, these are the people who can give us interview within or give us information as to if the drugs are available, if there are children who are using drugs in a particular place, all those, we contact other NGOs, the doctors, teachers, all these people are key informants whom we can talk to and get information. Tuition, coaching classes वगैरह, ये सारी जगह हैं जहाँ बच्चे बहुत frequently जाते हैं, तो ये हमारे को समझ आ जाता है कि यहाँ पे हमें information मिल सकती है. उसके बाद हम लोग peer educators का selection करते हैं. Once we select the peer educators, it is for us to raise their capacities so that they become leaders, and then interact with other students who are a little younger in age, and then they can give information, help them to share, give them skills. So when we select some peer educators, we have a few criteria, like they could be 15 or 8 years and above. These peer educators are a little more, observant, unke communication skills अच्छे हैं, they take initiative, they're responsible, and we prefer that they go to school, so they're educated, they're friendly, and they grasp things. So ये हम कुछ criteria देखते हैं और अपने peer educators को हम select करते हैं. उसके बाद जब हम peer educators को select करते हैं, तो हम उसके बाद बहुत ही participatory, interesting, innovative तरीके, बहुत ही नए तरीकों से उनको हम पूरी जानकारी देते हैं. हम सिर्फ ड्रग्स के बारे में नहीं बोलते हैं, बिकॉज ड्रग्स के बारे में सीधा बोलना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. It's a very sensitive topic, and sometimes children and the community people can also object. So we actually start with topics which are concerned with adolescents and children, their growing up, their issues, their rights, things like how to form healthy relationships, किस तरह से हम सकारात्मक रिश्ते बनाएं, how to improve our communication skills, what is good, what is bad for us, value clarification, how to deal with emotions, हम अपने emotions को किस तरह समझें. These are certain very non-threatening yet important issues for adolescents when they are growing up. Body knowledge, sexuality issues. we start with these kind of things, and then we build in the drug education part, because it's always very threatening for the parents as well as students to start talking about it. It's very sensitive as well. The idea is to establish a safe zone, safe place for the children, where they can come every day, spend their time, not really loiter around here and there in the community where they might get exposed to children, practicing desirable behavior, undesirable behavior. And here they not only get information, they are, they come in contact with peer educators and AKHA coordinators. They can share their problems, if any, if something happening in the home or anything else which is bothering them at school. They learn to communicate, they learn to take proper decisions, they learn to say no in certain risky situations. So basically providing that kind of an environment for the children, and then also getting information on how to stay away from drugs. So it's an overall package. It is not just about drug use. It's about what is happening in their lives every day, at their phase in life where they're adolescents and they're exposed to many, many vulnerable situations. And we normally, to make it interesting, we just don't have only life skill sessions. We have very many things. We have, हम art therapy करते हैं, dance करते हैं, yoga करते हैं, literacy program, because a lot of them have dropped out, or they need some remedial, or coaching facility also, so that they are able to pursue education. Because one of the main aims or one of the outcomes will also be that they remain in school.
I would like to thank all our speakers, all the patrons, all the board of management of SPYM, all the board of management of Vishwa Yuvak Kendra, Rajesh sir, Kalyani ma'am, Uday sir. I would like to thank you all.
Thanks for watching. For more updates, please subscribe to our official YouTube channel and follow us here.